Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sinister Playthroughs. This time we are going to continue our journey to the Bandits of Bargo. As you can see, we have just that is Borgo, I guess, not Bargo. As you can see, we are chasing after the thief to get Eirika's bracelet. We don't really understand the significance of that just yet, but it will all be made clear in good time. So, they're kind of doing double duty here. She's not only looking for her bracelet, she is also going to go after Bazba's bandits. You may recall Bazba from the last battle, the one who told Bone to run around and kill all the villagers. Burning our villages, stealing from people with no fear of reprisal. It wasn't always like this. The knights used to protect the people. Now law and order is hard to find. Grotto has no interest in maintaining order here. Okay, whatever. Hello? Pardon me for asking, but are you all some sort of mercenary troop? That right there, folks, is Naomi. Naomi, I'm not really sure how you pronounce her name. But she's looking for her friend Calm. And she herself is anything but calm. She's weeping like a baby. And anyway, she tags along with you. And you will soon find out exactly who Calm is. We've actually met him already. And here, I'll just skip the rest of this because all will be explained in good time. Is there anything I can do to help? I feel so... When I was little, I used to go hunting with my grandfather. What I mean is I'm not bad with a bow. Really? Uh-huh. I see. You should remain behind and protect Princess Eirika. And here's Bazba again. Oh, that's so nice. He wants his men to stick an axe in us. We didn't even have to axe twice. Ha! Ha! Oh, I'm sorry. That was a pun, wasn't it? So as you can see, this right here is breakable wall. If you look in the bottom right, it shows there it is 25 health. This also, breakable wall. Weird thing about walls in this game is they don't stop arrows. So I'm going to show you right now, actually. Let me make sure this guy doesn't have like a hand axe or something. Nope. Nothing of the sort. So, check this out. You can just straight up shoot over walls. Or through walls. Or I'm not really sure what exactly the idea behind it is, but walls are not really an obstacle in this game. When it comes to ranged attacks, it's pretty weird, frankly, I think. You might disagree, but that would make you wrong. Just kidding. You wouldn't be wrong just for disagreeing with me. Well, maybe you would. I don't know. Depends. Depends on what exactly you're disagreeing with me on. If you're like, you know what, Craig, I disagree with you that grass is green. I'd be like, you know what? You're disagreeing with me, and you're wrong. Sorry. Because grass, totally green. Just saying. Alright, that is the end of that turn. I'm going to absolutely abuse the heck. Oh, well this guy looks familiar now, doesn't he? So, what I actually want to do is have Naomi immediately run up and talk to this guy. Because, oh look, it's Calm, the guy who stole our bracelet. Isn't that convenient? I also like this, like, really super upbeat arcade sounding music. This sounds like something that would be in, like, one of the early Castlevania games. I don't really get why they have this, like, kind of rock organ track in Fire Emblem, but whatever. It's okay, I guess. So, Calm is a thief. He is really useful because he can use whoa, sorry about that, folks. He can use the, well, I can't really figure out how to change this thing, but you see there below the iron sword where it says lockpick? He can use that to pick the locks on chests and locked doors, which is really handy. Also, once you promote him, he turns into an assassin, and assassins are pretty good. Calm, in particular, is a pretty good character. I am a fan. He starts off pretty weak, though. You have to invest in him. I mean, he's not like, you know, Ross or anything, but still. He takes a little bit of work. So, as you can see, I intend to just sit here and abuse the heck out of these walls. Because, quite frankly, there's no good reason not to. Oh, and look, Ross got a door key. So now I'll move Naomi back down and have her start working on this weak wall here. Something else I should probably do is have Garcia give one of his axes over to Ross. Because the hatchet is actually a really useful weapon. And I really don't want Ross to waste it if he doesn't have to. So I'm going to have him attack with the iron axe and finish off that wall. And oh, look at that. It's a clear passage. Very nice. So I'm going to do a quick save state here, folks. I think Calm should be okay moving up into this area on his own, but just in case something bad happens, oh yeah, look at that. He's going to massacre this guy. I mean, it's possible he could get killed, but pretty unlikely. It would take 2 hits, and each attack this guy, this cutthroat, launches has only a 34% chance to hit. Well, one of them hit. If necessary, I will load. Oh, man. That was pretty unlikely. But it happened, so I'm loading. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, folks, but all death in this game is permanent. If you lose a character, you will never get them back. So you have to be pretty careful about not letting people get killed in this game. I generally like to take risks when I play strategy games, and that's something that's really hard to do in Fire Emblem because you will get killed pretty dead pretty fast, taking a lot of unnecessary risks. It's sort of an unfortunate reality. So here I'm taking a much more defensive tack with Calm, allowing him to start off just counter-attacking. And this means next turn he will be able to finish off that guy in a single attack. As you can see, Ross is pretty quickly leveling up here. Let's see. What is his chance to hit? 74, but he'll kill him if he hits. Yeah, that's risky. Let's heal him first. And then we'll just kind of leave him right where he is, so we can try again next turn without risking him dying. Here there's no risk at all, because a single hit will kill this guy, and he has a 100% chance to hit. So there is literally no reason for Calm to do anything but attack there. Alright, and that is the end of our turn. I am taking things slowly, because that is far and away the best way to proceed in Fire Emblem. If you rush ahead too quickly, you are going to get people killed, and you are going to have to start the battle all over again, because, well, unless you just want to let your people stay dead, which, you know, maybe if they suck enough, you don't care about them, maybe that's the way to go. But by and large, I only tend to use the characters I really like. With the with the proviso that I can't actually leave anyone behind just yet. I don't think I can. Maybe I could. Hadn't really given it much thought up to this point. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just mostly focusing on using the characters who I know can be quite good with a little leveling. And trying to level them. Which isn't to say that all of these characters back here aren't good, it's just, you know. I get other characters who are better, so I'm going to focus on using these 6 here for now. Let's see, Calm, what is your... Oh, his inventory's full already. Luckily, here's Franz to pick some items up off of him. Why don't you pass that Iron Lance on over to Franz? There you go. Ooh, a hand axe. Handy. That's what that is. Alright, let's move Ross up here so he can trade and get that hand axe, because that would be really useful for him to have. And the rest of you just hang out there. Now, if I recall, this guy has a hand axe. Yes, he does. So attacking with Naomi is probably not going to be a good idea. Let's make sure. Well, it could work out okay. She has a much higher chance to hit him than he has to hit her. If I just leave her there and don't attack, it could work out okay. Let's see what happens. Oh. And he missed. And Naomi hits. Pretty much the best possible result. Also the most likely result, but we all know that likelihood does not necessarily mean that we know what's going to happen. No, sir. Alright. Fantastic. And an iron sword. That's something Calm can actually use, because he is a sword wielder. I'm a little perturbed that he's using his lockpick when he has a chest key, though. That is pretty poor judgment on his part, I have to say. I am not pleased with that. Naomi, why don't you just kind of hang out here some more? And we will proceed in just a little bit. Oh, see, that one hit. And that, folks, is why we don't attack first. Because if that had hit, if I had, like, launched that attack during my turn, I'm not a president or anything. If I had launched that attack during my turn and it had hit her, he would have then had another chance to finish her off on his turn. Just like what happened with Calm before we reloaded before. That's bad. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do another quick save state. It's incredibly unlikely that she will miss him, and even less so that she will miss him and that he will then hit her. But, again, this is Fire Emblem. Bad things sometimes happen. Okay. Well, we are in pretty good shape here, folks. I think we might need Calm in order to open up that door. So I'm going to wait for a turn. Oh, look, it's a bowman. This might actually be a good opportunity to just kind of level up Naomi. It's not the most interesting way to do it, but... yeah, you know what? I'm just going to open up this door and proceed with the butt kicking, because if I just sit there plugging away with Naomi, I bet that's going to get boring pretty fast for you. So this is a guaranteed kill for Eirika. That's the nice thing about attacking. God, I can't talk right now. It's the nice thing about attacking archers in melee is they can't counterattack. They're pretty much helpless. The only thing they can possibly do is dodge, but she has a 100% chance to hit here, so... That archer goes down immediately, and Eirika levels up off of it. Not the best level up, but those are both useful stats for her to have. Useful stats to increase. So I am not going to complain about it. Now you might notice his heal staff has limited charges, right? Theoretically, I'm sort of wasting his heal staff charges here. However, I don't really think that's the case, because here's the thing, you can always buy more healing staffs. Wow, that was a really lucky hit on his part. He had only a 20% chance of doing what he just did there. This could end badly, folks. No, he's not. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, hell no. Alright, hang on, folks. Calm is going to have to head on out there and steal that back for us, I think. Because that was crap. He can't steal? Are you kidding me? Oh, it's because his inventory's full. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Naming. Yeah, you're too far away to do anything really useful, so let's have you trade with Calm here. You take the chest key. And yeah, that should be alright for now. And support. Oh look, we can level up her support level with Calm. Let's do it. Oh, hi Calm, how are you doing? This is no time for pleasantries. You need to concentrate in battle. I was just being polite. I never thought I'd see you on the battlefield. Well, it might not be the best, but when something needs to be done, I do it. It's amazing how war affects people. I mean, look at you. You're a bumbling crybaby, but even you've pulled yourself together temporarily. When we were little, you followed me everywhere, tripping and crying. Oh, Sniff, why are you always so mean? Where? And now look at you, you're still following me everywhere, tripping and crying. But now you're doing it on the battlefield. Will you please stop your boo-hooing? Yeah, okay, I'll try. Man, you can't do anything without me, can you? And stop crying. But, Sniff... Yeah, okay. Anyway. Amazingly, that conversation makes them like each other better. I don't know how that works, but... it's fine by me. So now we actually can't steal the Iron Sword. Or was it that... did he steal the Vulnerary? Maybe that's what it was. Well, let's steal it. Ooh, and he got experience for that. Very nice. Alright, Eirika, there's really only one thing she can do that's useful here, and that is to use a Vulnerary, because I do not want her getting killed, for extremely obvious reasons. Ross and Franz are going to have to bring the hurt here. Oh, you know what? That's a pretty low chance to hit. He will probably have a much better chance with the hatchet. Yeah, there we go. Hit of 90. Much better. And frankly, we don't need to use the hand axe, because that guy only has 2 hit points. Now, 0 hit points. Courtesy of Ross. Oh good, a speed increase. That is always really useful. Speed is what determines whether your characters get to double attack or not. And as you might imagine, it is very, very handy to get in 2 attacks. Like, a double attack there would have meant the end of that thief instead of him barely sort of hanging on with very few hit points. I'm going to have Vanessa sort of bring up the rear here, if only because I need more people to kind of hold on to items. Ah, for the love of... yeah. Axes are good against lances. I think that's why he did that, but I don't think that's going to end very well for him. I'm going to be totally honest here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Eirika come up here, and... actually, that's not quite enough damage to finish this guy off. And unfortunately, her speed, or maybe it's weapon skill, maybe both, she is not able to get off 2 attacks with the steel sword because it is simply too heavy. What about with the rapier? Oh, she can get off 2 attacks with the rapier. Well, I really want to save the rapier, so I'm just going to use the iron sword, even if it means that... Oh! Never mind! Wow. All that planning for nothing, because she just went ahead and criticaled him. Very nice. So, let's see here, folks. Does Naomi have any room in her inventory? Oops. Wrong one. Yes, she does. Okay, I'm going to have her take something else from Calm here. So Calm can steal back that other vulnerary from this incredibly annoying thief here. And he gets more experience. That's actually a pretty good way to gain experience with a thief, because you can keep the enemy alive as long as you want, and you won't take any damage, just as long as you are able to perpetually steal back everything they steal from you. All that happens is your items get a little shuffled around, and your thief gets experience. I think that's perfectly okay. Let's see. Alright, Calm, I will take one of your vulneraries. And that means that you get to go steal something back from this thief. The chest key. And yet more experience for him. Man, it's an experience bonanza here. Alright, I'm going to just let this guy live for one more turn. And then I'm going to put the smackdown on him. I just wanted to get Calm that little bit of extra experience. Look at that, he's so close to leveling up. In fact, maybe I'll just have him steal one more time and level up. Because really, why not? Doesn't hurt anything. Man, how many vulneraries does Naomi have, anyway? Probably none now. Yep. Alright. Vanessa, why don't you go... trade with Calm here. Take that chest key. And Calm, you perform the final steal. And level up. Oh, that's cute. What a tiny little level up he just did. Alright. I'm feeling pretty good now. Let's have Naomi finish off this cutthroat. And now Naomi levels up. Very nice. All very good. The one thing I would have really liked her to gain that she did not is speed. But I can't complain too much, because all in all that was a pretty decent level up. And we need to heal Franz, because he's a bit hurt right now. Ooh, and Mulder is very close, or Mulder, or however you pronounce that. Very, very close to gaining another level. And that is always good news. Alright. Quick save here, and we will continue. let's see. No one is particularly in need of healing here, and that's good. I'm going to have Calm head over there, Ross, why don't you head over there, and while you sort of bring up the rear here with Nami. And Franz, why don't you head over here? Yeah, ideally I'd like to draw out that cutthroat swordsman. Oh, yeah, there we go. That did it. As you can see, he's actually... I don't think this guy is a swordsman. I think he's a... Yeah, there we go, a mercenary, which is a sort of a strange class that's actually not technically the same as swordsmen. It's weird. But they're pretty good all-around fighters. And let's see here. Maybe I'll just have Nami provide a little extra support here. Which means that the next exchange of blows will be the end of it for this cutthroat. Huh. Maybe it would have been the end of it for that cutthroat anyway. Because Calm just felt like having a crazy critical hit there. Alright, Calm, you hang out here. Mulder, you heal Calm and level up. Everyone's happy. Hit points and luck. Yep, that's pretty good. It doesn't really matter too much what healers get when they level up, because you don't really... Like, most of the things they could gain aren't things you're really using them for. Right, the only thing you really use healers for is healing, and... I mean, arguably, it would be good if they gained magic, because once you promote healers, they can gain offensive magic. But ultimately, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And most of the people who I want to be using offensive magic, we haven't recruited them yet, but my healers aren't necessarily my first choice for that distinction. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, so Bazba's just going to hang out on the throne there, because this is a Seize Throne map. And I think you can imagine what that means. It basically means this is exactly the same as the map where we had to seize the gate, with the difference being that instead of being on a gate, he's sitting on a throne. It's basically the indoor variation of the seize the gate objective. Does this guy have anything besides a steel axe? Oh, he has a hand axe, okay. So, my thought there about moving Nami over here, terrible idea. Not going to do that. Let's see how Eirika would do against this guy. Answer very poorly. She can survive a turn with that, though. So, I will just have her wait. And here we go. He's the head of this bandit pack, the mighty Bazba. Yeah, I got bad news for you, Bazba. Your bandit pack's all dead. You're not really the head of much of anything right now. Right now you're the head of getting stabbed by Eirika. The head of the Eirika stabbing target club. You are the president and sole member, Bazba. The sole surviving member, I should say. So I'm going to move Eirika back here and let Calm get in a few hits. As you can see, Bazba regenerates a little health every turn because he's standing on the throne. Which means that, in theory, if I wanted to, I could have my characters sort of level up off of attacking him pretty much indefinitely. And Calm, why don't you run away now? And Mulder, you go get some jollies healing him. Now, of course, I cannot keep him there and move Mulder here to heal him, because Bazba has a hand axe, and he would pretty quickly put an end to Mulder. And that would be bad. We don't want that to happen. Franz is so good. Like, he has such decent stats right now. Strength of 8, defense of 6. I mean, he's noticeably better than Eirika. Way better than Calm. Definitely better than Ross. Even though he's technically lower level, there's no good reason for me to try to level him up right now. So Ross, as you can see, would not fare well if he attacked right now. However, Bazba has a 0% crit chance, which means there's no reason not to at least see if maybe Ross can kill this guy with a counterattack next turn. So let's see how this goes. Yep. Ross missed. Not too impressive, Ross. You can do better than that, I'd think. Or I'd like to think. Maybe you can't. Who knows? The Shadow. That's who. The Shadow knows. He also knows what evil lies in the hearts of men. That's sort of his thing. And Calm takes Bazba down. And there he goes. Calm levels up again. A much needed level up, and a pretty good one too. It is hard to complain about a character gaining hit points, strength, and speed in a single level up. The only way that could have possibly been better is if he had also gained defense. Okay, we're gonna skip this. Okay. Wait, how did he retrieve the bracelet from the Bandits' stronghold? I thought Calm had it. Yep. So Seth is totally holding stuff back from her, and she's figured it out. And yep, this is just the beginning. Battle after battle. Afraid so. You know what, though? That's cool, because that's what we want out of this game. Battle after battle. That is the nature of Fire Emblem. And now, a cutscene. This is kind of important, if only because it introduces us to some of the enemy generals we're going to be facing a little later on. Yes, that's right, that lady who we encountered with the mercenaries is actually a general of Grotto. Her name is Selena. Yep. So as you can see, the generals have their doubts about what's going on here. But that doesn't mean we're not going to fight them. And now they're going to have an audience with the Emperor and figure out what exactly he's thinking doing all this. You are the hammers that drive the nails of the Empire's will. You will continue to operate without hesitation, wherever I send you. By your command. In your Majesty's name. Yes, sire. However, I know this. You, my Imperial Three, lack the strength to conquer the remaining nations alone. In the invasion of Renee, certain soldiers performed beyond expectation. I have chosen them to join you as new generals in the Empire's service. Come. The performance of these men surpassed even your own. With the addition of these three, the Empire will have 6 generals strong enough to conquer this land. Do you understand?
Hehehe. I am Reeve, given the name Bloodbarrel by His Majesty. I know I am a newcomer, but I pray for your favor.
Understood. I'm Kayak. I was a mercenary fighting in the desert. Seems I'm to be called Tiger Eye. You're a fine-looking lass, aren't you? Yeah, I'm gonna love working with you.
So we meet again. You know me as General Volta, but you will call me the Moonstone.
I'll save you worthless dogs from your own incompetence. You'll thank me later. Volta, you scum. Peace, Glenn. Selena, Kayak, you will bring me Freelia. Yes, sire. Sure, good as done. Reeve, Dusel, you are charged with the defense of the Empire. I will speak to you individually with more details later.
Hehehe. Understood, Your Majesty.
By your command, sire.
And me?
Walter, Glenn, I have other duties for you. Yes, Your Majesty. Renee has fallen, but Princess Eirika still eludes us. Her brother, Prince Ephraim, leads a resistance within our borders. Bring the siblings to me. Haha, of course! And that's it for Chapter 3, folks, the Bandits of Borgo. I hope you enjoyed watching. We will continue in another episode very shortly and learn what befalls Princess Eirika in her search for her brother as she heads toward Grotto and those 6 crazy generals that are serving Emperor Vigard. I'll see you next time.